my name is Kylie Michelle, and today I'm going to be talking about things to do this summer, or if you are still stuck in your quarantine. In my state, we are currently not, at least not yet, thank God. In my state currently, we are still reopening, and we are actually one of the best states right now on the reopening end. Let's just hope that we keep doing that. I know in some states that there are resurgence, and these things that I'm going to be going through, they are what I have done during quarantine, because I was in quarantine for 3 months. So you kind of figure out some stuff to do, and now with a lot of things that are open but they're still closed, a lot of things that you would be doing this summer, I'm going to be going through some of the things that you can do if you are still stuck in quarantine, or all the places that you usually go this summer are closed. So let's get into it. So one of the first things that I highly recommend is get into a routine. Now what I mean by that, whenever my quarantine first started, my quarantine started in March. What I would do is I would wake up at the same time every single day, have the same, go through my same morning routine, watch the same amount of TV, and then at certain times I would do certain things. So what I used to do was I would wake up, eat breakfast, be done by around 10 a.m. So that's like an hour, maybe an hour and a half of my morning routine. And then what I would do is I would get ready, or I would do my hair, my makeup, get dressed and ready for the day. And then that is usually when I would do my homework. But now school's out, so I don't need to do my homework anymore. But that's what I usually would do. I would just do some schoolwork and all that jazz. But now what I do is I would either make videos, or now I just fill it with my creative output. Like anything that I want to do that's creative, this is the time that I'll usually do it. Like whether it's singing, drawing, playing my instruments, reading, writing, maybe painting, because I really need a creative output, so that is what I would usually do. Now if you are not on the creative side, I would maybe you can play a video game. Just do self-care in the morning, because it like makes you feel so much more productive. Make your bed. Make your bed like one of the first things that you do. You should make your bed, or clean your room. I clean my room almost every single day. At least I try to. And let me know if you guys want me to do a room tour, because I would be all for that. And then what I would do is I would work out every single day at the same time for the same amount of hour. Like I would work out for like an hour. I still do this, but I'm less hard on myself, because now it's warmer out, so I am going outside more and riding my bike, practicing softball a little bit in my backyard. So I am less hard on myself about that. But if you don't do any of those things, yeah, pick a time, anytime, work out for 30 minutes, work out for an hour. You will feel so much better. And that's another thing. Now is the best time of any to go clean up what you eat. That is one of the main things that I did over this past 2-3 months, was clean up what I eat, because I was spending a lot of time inside. Within the first 2-3 weeks of quarantine, I was eating nonstop potato chips, ice cream, because I was like, I need it, I'm grieving. Which, yes, I was grieving over the loss of everything that I lost in the past couple of months. But I realized that is unhealthy, and I was not liking the way I look. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna stop eating so much. That's another thing. Do not eat because you are bored. If you want to know if you are hungry or if you are bored, drink water. Drink a glass of water, see if you feel better. Chew some gum. Also eat at the same time every day. I eat around 9-10 a.m. in the morning, and then I don't eat until around 1:30, 2 o'clock, and then I eat dinner. And that is the last meal I eat of the day. I eat 3 meals a day. Maybe, and this is a huge maybe, I will have a little nighttime snack, and those are only either a little bit of ice cream, which is 2 scoops of ice cream, or popcorn. Probably not going to be eating ice cream anymore, because it makes me really sick. I am a little bit of lactose intolerant, so I cannot eat ice cream that much anymore, and it has gotten worse since I've gotten older. So yeah, I don't really eat dairy anymore. And then after that, I would dedicate time to my Bible study. I would read a chapter in my Bible. I still do this every day. Take notes, you know, just to make sure that I was doing it and engaging in what I was reading. I figured out, like, you don't really need, unless you want to, need to take notes. I took notes just because it makes me more engaged in it, but I don't need to do that anymore because, first of all, a lot of it is repeating. If you're not religious, I recommend reading the Bible just because it has a lot of good information and a lot of good ways to live your life in there. But maybe you dedicate this time to reading, or go outside, pet your animals, you know? Do anything that you really want to do. Or try and start a new hobby. I started YouTube because I got bored and I was like, hey, you know, this would be fun. So yeah, start a YouTube channel. You can go outside, you can take some pictures, you know, go around your neighborhood, go around wherever you live, take some pictures of nature or of yourself. Of course, you can always hang out with your friends, but in case you cannot hang out with your friends, I highly recommend getting a bike and going on a bike ride because it's so peaceful, you know? Or just going on a walk, or going on a run, or just going around your town. If you live by a town, just walking around there. There's not a lot of people out. You're not gonna get in trouble for, you know, taking a walk. You know, just drive somewhere. Like, I have a cute little town right by where I live, you know, just walk around there. Learn a new recipe, start cooking, or start researching colleges. That's what I have done, even though I'm 2 years away from that and I still got a little while. You know, just try and get a feel for what you like. Try new hobbies. That is like the best thing you can do, is try a new hobby, because you never know what you're gonna like. Recently, I have started reading and I did not think I would like reading that much, but turns out I actually kind of like it. So now I read. And then after that time, like usually when I'm done doing like whatever the heck I want to do, don't just be lazy all day. That is the worst thing you can do, is just sit around, watch Netflix, Disney Plus, you know, watch TV all day and YouTube. Not to say I have not done that, but I definitely do not feel good when I do that. I gotta do something that day. So try not to do that. And then I would actually, after that time, we would usually eat dinner. Then after dinner, I would also dedicate this time for my creative outlook, whether that be reading, writing, drawing, singing, playing my instrument. And then I would chill out and watch a movie. And that would be my day. Around 11 o'clock at night, I would go to bed and then wake up and do the same thing. Now, this routine that I did really kept me from being bored, feeling bored, you know, like I never felt bored because I had a list of things that I had to do every single day and in that order. And it really kept me from being bored. I have been really bored recently, so I might try and kick back into that routine because I have been extremely bored. So, you know, this is just a really good routine. Like, try it out for a day, try it out 2 days. Maybe you won't be bored. I mean, I can't guarantee that you won't be bored, but it definitely helped me. One thing that I did is I actually got a job over my quarantine, which I know is kind of crazy, but I work for a business called Cone of Ice. They were pretty prominent in my area. I know they're like all over the country, but what Cone of Ice is basically it's like Hawaiian ice, and they go around a truck and they go to events, parties, weddings, you know, fairs and stuff. That's what I did. I got a job and it is definitely keeping me occupied. I know it might not be the best time to get a job, but that's what I did. It kept me busy for a while, just having something to look forward to or try out. This is my first job, but this is actually the first summer that I could work, so I know not everyone can get a job. Maybe try babysitting, or you can watch dogs, be a dog walker. You know, just try something. Or eBay. You can try to sell stuff on eBay or Etsy, all those things. I tried that, but for me, it really did not work just because there are a lot of scams. But hey, I didn't take a real shot at it. I'm sure that if you like actually took a real shot at selling stuff on eBay, you would make some pretty good money. I just don't feel like trying to keep up with that. That's what I do on my usual daily basis, on my usual day of quarantine, even though we're not quarantined anymore, but my usual day of where everything is closed and there is nothing to do in the world other than go hang out with your friends. But if you can't do that, here are some things that I think are going to be really good that you can do by yourself, or if you want to do these with a friend, you can. And then later I'll go into more of like, oh, if you're with a buddy, you can do these things. One thing that you can do is you can go to a park. I don't know where different states, where different places stand on this, but in my state, we are allowed to go to park for exercise or for walking around, as long as you stay socially distanced from everybody. But no parks have been really closed other than the playgrounds, and the picnic tables are closed. So you can just go to a park, go to a trail, walk around. Where I live, we have a couple of places to go. Like, we have a few gardens that you can go to. There's actually a frisbee, I think it's frisbee golf course around where I live. I went to do that one day with a friend of mine, and then there's also a trail where I live. But if you don't have any of that, just go on a walk, take some time, and just like have some really deep thoughts while you're on that walk, Think through your life's choices. Try to get to know yourself really well. Like, over this break, I have taken the time to really get to know myself. I used to think that I was an extrovert because, I like hanging out with my friends, but that's the thing. Friends. I did not have very many friends, and I would ask questions like, oh, do you like meeting new people? And I'm like, no, I just like the friends that I have. That's an introverted thing that I learned, and that I like my alone time. I love being alone. I need it. I just got back from a little bit of a road trip seeing my family. I want to be alone. I got back a couple days ago. My friend asked me to hang out. I'm like, I need my alone time. So, just take the time to get to know yourself. Really understand what you need on a daily basis. Another thing you can do is do a challenge. Do a no phone for a week challenge, or a no phone for 24 hours challenge, or drink a gallon of water every single day for a week challenge. Do all these different things. I'm going to be trying that one, actually. I'm going to be trying gallon of water for a week. We'll see how it works. Another thing you can do is writing small stories or writing songs. Those are always fun. I especially like to do them. I feel like everybody needs maybe a little bit of a creative output. Whatever you think would be really good for you to dive into your creative side, do it. Go to Target, go to any grocery store around you, buy some supplies, and heck, just dive right into it. Go for it. Shoot. I recently started painting more. I always have been a little bit of a painter, but as you can see right there, I always love to paint, but I have been doing it a lot more since, there's nothing else to do. So that's always fun. Setting your personal care routine, like journaling. Journaling is always good. Journaling helps you understand what you are feeling. Like, it gets everything out of your head and it puts it on paper so you can understand it better. I love journaling. I think it's really helpful. Helps you declutter everything that goes up in your brain, especially me, because I have a lot going up in there. You can always FaceTime your friends or family. You can write a list of things that you want to do as soon as things are opened up. Or you can write a list of things that you want to do this school year or before the year ends, kind of like a bucket list. I should actually probably do that. Just write a list of all the things that I want to do. And lastly, what I think is one of the most important things is stay aware of what is going on in your area. Make sure you're aware of the amount of protests that are happening. Make sure you're aware of the amount of cases that are in your county, all the laws, the rules that are out right now. Make sure that you know what they are. Make sure you know where our country is as of right now and how many cases you got in here, or when they're looking at a new vaccine. Like, I heard that we might not even need a vaccine because the virus might weaken and die out before that happens, but that's still not proven. Or that we'll have one before the school year starts, or one before December. All these things, they're good to know. So you can have a rough estimate on when things are going to get back to normal. And I feel like it's really important for everybody to stay as informed as you possibly can, because it is your country, it is you know, what's going on in the world right now. Everybody is going through it. I just think that it's worthwhile to make sure that you stay up to date, but don't live in it. Do not live in the news. You know, what I do is I just check once a day to see if there's anything new going on that I should know about, especially for my state and for my area. That is something to be mindful of. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you and your family are safe and healthy, and I hope that you will use some of these tips, some of these ideas to help you over the summer. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!